Hi everybody. Recording this a little bit late, so sorry. But I just wanted to get on and do my assignment here. Welcome to my classroom. I'm not at my house yet. So let's see. I really enjoy doing the little video activity things. I thought that was really cool. And it really helps me like get into the mindset of what it's like to be in a lab or in a study situation and the questions that you're kind of forced to ask yourself. So I'm going to talk about the first one, the ethics video in the lab. I watched it from the girl's perspective, I don't remember her name, but the graduate, the graduate student. The thing that I think was interesting, just reflecting on it, is how it's really just these small choices that can make this big difference. And it just started with, her love interest coming to her and saying, hey, can I just put your name on this and just sign it and be good? And she was like, no, I need to actually read what you wrote, and so I can make sure that it's accurate. And then that's how she was able to reveal the misconduct. And it was tough watching like the repercussions, like her like all those consequences that like came of it, and all the people that were like ostracizing her and like retaliating against her, and she just kind of had to deal with it. I legit got chills though when she's like she like talks to her mom, and she's like and her mom is like, my daughter is a hero for discovering this misconduct. And I was like, that is so sweet, like that somebody recognizes the effort that she put in, and the hard choices she had to make. And I'm sure there's some people that like don't always get that, but they should. I also just find it very interesting how people get to the point of just falsifying their data so much. And it's apparent to me that it must be a problem, because that's why we're having this lesson, and that's why we have all these laws and all these rules about it, is because it's been an issue. But it's kind of concerning to me that, like, I hope that all people report this so that we don't get bad studies being published and then people getting hurt or using that information for bad stuff. Like especially when we're talking about like the drugs, like the medicine. I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope that they stay ethical in those kinds of situations. Anyway, but that was the other one. So so then it says to ask questions. The tricky part for me is that I just don't foresee myself in a lab doing research. That's just not really my style. I don't love that whole research process. I know I'm in a research class, I'm doing a master's, but I do love family consumer sciences, and I love teaching. And I think there are often many ethical questions that come up as a teacher, about what's appropriate to say or do with students, or like where to draw certain lines there, or sometimes even like catching like them cheating, or like making sure that they are staying ethical and staying honest. Because if they fail a test, I want to know that, because that means that I failed to teach them something. And I want to be able to help them. I don't want them just to be like, oh, I fail, I like have to pass in order to save my grade. Like, that's not a good mindset. I don't want my students to have that. So I don't know if I think that would be my question, is like, how can we apply these principles into a classroom setting specifically for FCS? And I know that doesn't really apply to everybody in this class, because some of you are dietetic students, but it's something that I I love and I care about. So there you go. That's my discussion video. We will see you guys on the board there. Bye.